Hello, this is Justin Cena presenting my project number one for the capstone course. Let me go ahead and get a model running. Um, yeah. What you're looking at here is the UI built with tk-enter, ArcPy for the background geoprocessing, NumPy, and Matplotlib. What you see is the map space, the scatter plot space for the regression analysis, and then sort of a dashboard of sorts showing buttons and data and the value entry that we'll go over, as well as export tools. This will run for just a second. And something that just happened actually is that I utilized threading to allow the geoprocessing to function in the background. You may have noticed there were messages flashing through here, as well as the button was grayed out. These are just, in as a means of communicating that the app was performing a function in the background as opposed to just white screening and appearing unresponsive. So now we have our outputs here. You can see the map, you can see our scatter plot. Um, let's look at the scatter plot first. One thing that I felt was that the dedicated space was a little too small, so I incorporated the ability to double click and blow the map up. You can see the trend line here. I also included standard deviation zones just for additional, analysis and understanding of the data. Another thing I included were these hover functionalities, as well as just kind of for fun, maybe the ability to click and remove from the analysis what you maybe consider to be an outlier skewing the data excessively. Um, but yeah. So that is a functionality built into the scatter plot, and you can also see that it's mirroring the smaller scatter plot as you do that in here, as well as the ability to reset all of them with the click of a button. Now, looking at the map, it's actually displaying a rendered pixel array, not just the image produced by the outputs of the ArcPy geoprocessing tools. And I did this for a reason I'll show you in a second. But one of the things it allows for is the mouse hover pixel, the value at that pixel. So if you watch the values up in the top left corner, you'll see that they change as you hover over different pixels. Another way in which you can dive in and explore the data. Let's go ahead and run a second value actually. So it's just arbitrary number, run value. You can see the message displaying. One functionality that I really wanted to incorporate was the ability to like quickly, instantly compare different outputs, uh, allowing for a more instant and an easier analysis to see how the model changes, to see how the R squared value changes. And as once this is done, I can show you these buttons. They make it possible to visit previous models that you've ran in the past. So remember, we started with this 2.0, we ran a 2.5 and a 2.8, and now this base of cached models in memory are quickly scannable to sort of pinpoint down like what value is going to give me the greatest K value without having to rerun any analyses or compare still images. So you can go as far as you want with this. It'll all run. Yeah. And so let's see additional functionalities that I've included. Once this is over, we can dive in on what else we can do. One thing is this info button. Just a little text blurb explaining what you're looking at and the different components of the UI itself, as well as the ability to export these images to your preferred file path, preferred destination. Let's just open one. You can see like I clicked on map, and this is what that output looks like. It's just the map. And then if I were to do the graph, uh, here's a graph. Let's open this up. And this is what the graph looks like. And now, so that's my UI. I think it turned out really well, and I'm pleased with it.